Hey everybody, welcome here to Pop Culture Philosophers. It's time for Rockin Robbie Live. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Billups. How are you doing? How is everybody out there in PCP land? We are excited to be here with you tonight. We got an exciting show. We'll be talking about comic books. Of course, the inevitable return of new printed comic books for New Comic Book Day, though on a different day and then other planes. We'll be talking about all that jazz and more. We'll be talking about our favorite Atari games towards the end. We'll be doing a little bit of show and tell. And this show is always driven by your comments, questions, thoughts, concerns, analysis, all that jazz, all that country music, all that country western and more. Once you get in here, let me know that you're here. Give us a shout out. Say what's up. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Join us over at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. You can follow me on Twitter at the Rockin Robbie. You can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. We just launched a new movie poll in there. Basically, we do these polls. It seems like we've been doing them weekly, or at least we got plans to do them weekly as we're doing the movie reviews live. But we got a Michael Keaton-themed PCP movie poll up in the PCP Army right now on Facebook. You can find it on the Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook page. You can also search for it and just hunt. If not, I can give you... There's also a direct link in the description below. I forgot about all that stuff. You can support the channel at patreon.com/PCP like these fine gentlemen right here. David, Alex, Brian, Nelson, Reggie, Josh, Brian, David, Dee Bullseye, Dean Dunlaney, HC, Jason, Javi, Kenneth, Monmeet, Michael, Peter, Robert, Seth, Timo, TJ, and William. So thank you so much for your support. We got some new names to add to that list. Very excited for that. Speaking of Dee Bullseye, what's up, Everything Comics? How are you doing? Once you get in here, let us know that you're here. We can start chatting it up. Lots of excitement planned for tonight. What's up, Easy Reader? What's up, S Squared? What's up, Herminio? What's up, Reggie? What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Logan? What's up, Bros Before Foes? What's up, Logan? Same Logan. What's up, Big E? What's up, Fable? What's up, Samuel? What's up, Sam Fett? How are y'all doing? Reverse Amoeba, what's up? Robbie always makes me want cereal. I gotta watch the Screams Less Baked or I'm gonna get fat. Yeah. If it was up to me, I'd eat cereal way too often. I haven't had any cereal in a few days because I bought some of them ice cream bars, like the strawberry shortcake ice cream bars. Pretty cool. What's up, Big E? Is viewership up since COVID-19? No, actually, the exact opposite. Viewership is down. Watch time's down. Views are down. Subscriptions are down. But I'm sure that's because the weekly comic book review has not been in full effect. But everything is going fine. Like the PCP Army is stronger than ever. Well, you're welcome, Big E. I'm glad I can provide some entertainment. What's up, Michael? What's up, Eddie? As usual, I'm drinking Straight to Ales Monkey Knot IPA. What's up, Whole Shoe? Hammer Time Whole Shoe. I think he's been enticed by the Keaton poll over at the PCP Army. Heck yeah. What's up, D-Mets? Got 5 ghosts on your recommendation. Awesome books. Yeah, fantastic books. Just wish it would finish. Like, there was only, 3 books of it. And, I think it's Frank Barberi or something like that. He has said that he has intentions for this story to go and go and go, and obviously they're building up to something. But it's been years since we've last seen that, so I don't know if we're ever going to get more, but I really wish we would. That Mooningham artwork, everything about that book is amazing. 5 Ghosts is a great comic book. Great comic book. When I looked at the PCP Army right before we came on live, in a very short moment, Johnny Dangerously's kind of taken over. And in the last several PCP Army movie polls, the very first initial winner, like the first person to pull ahead, usually winds up being the winner. This poll is going to go for an entire week. The winner of the last one I can announce as Pitch Black. So Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Time here on the channel, we'll be going live with a review of Pitch Black, live review and discussion. Hey, what's up, Mike? Love the Critters review. Billy Zane, the nice guy we need in these times. You're right. I'm glad you liked it. We had a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun doing these things. Because we've done PCP movie polls before, but it's different because what happens is we watch them, we get together, and we start talking about it. When we do it live, you're really getting like that true reaction. Like we haven't talked about it really before or anything like that. We've just watched them on our own, and then we pop in, and I like having the discussion with the people. So if you like following along and joining the review and the discussion, Friday night we're doing Pitch Black, the Vin Diesel classic. Damn classic. So, announcements. What do I got? Let's see. This channel, one really cool thing that's happened is this channel is now eligible for channel memberships. I haven't activated them yet because I'm trying to figure out what perk levels or whatever. So all throughout the stream, if you come up with an idea for a cool perk you would like to see for a channel membership, just let me know. I have no idea what to do. Hey, what's up, Jay Strick? Jay Strick's in the house. Yeah, Sam, another Sunday with these darn tornadoes and thunderstorms. There's just south of where I'm at, so thankfully for me, there's just south. But I guess that's more towards where you are, so that's kind of rough. Stephanie says, we were watching Candyman tonight in the crib. The original OG Candyman? I haven't watched that in forever. I should totally watch that. Fable says, just ordered Wasted Space 1 through 15 on your recommendation. Can't wait till they get there. Me neither. I can't wait till you read them and let me know what you think about it, because that's one of my favorite comic books. Brilliant sci-fi ideas and philosophical discussions and exploration of ideas and morality and what it really means to have meaning in a meaningless universe. Really great stuff. Great characters, very relatable. One of my absolute favorite comic books on the market right now, Wasted Space. Who wants some cereals? I want some cereal, man. I think I might have some cereal tonight. I've got a box of the Eggos cereal open, and that's actually pretty damn good. I had the blueberry one first because I thought that one would be better. I thought it was just okay. I had the regular one, amazing. Eggo cereal, y'all, amazing. It's not like it used to be back when it was out before. Like, what was that, early 2000s, 90s, something like that? But it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. But I do got a fresh box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch because my grocery store was out of that shit for like 2 weeks, so very excited to get back on that. Bob says, I watched My Comic Shop Country last night. Great documentary. I've never even heard of that. I got to check that out. John says, all films are winners if Michael Keaton is in them. Yeah, and the PCP movie poll, the PCP Army, you join the PCP Army on Facebook and all that jazz. And that is where you can... So that's where you can get into the poll and pick on your movie. So it's a Michael Keaton themed one right now. So it's Mr. Mom, and it's nothing like Batman or Beetlejuice. We thought that'd be unfair. Everybody would pick Batman or Beetlejuice as far as PCP Army's concerned, you know. So we went Mr. Mom, Gung Ho, Multiplicity, the Dream Team, which last I looked had no votes whatsoever. Very shocking. And what was the other one? Johnny Dangerously, which is in the lead right now. Hey, Two Guns in the building. Pew pew. Did you do a review of the new Mortal Kombat movie? What are we talking about? That Scorpion thing? Did that come out? Is that what we're talking about? Mike says, Spawn Kickstarter got an update, new free stuff added to Modern and 3-pack. Well, I'm classic, man. That does no good for me. Does no good for me. But welcome to the pack, Mike. Member of the Excitable PCP crew. We got a few members here. We got Jay Strick, we got Hammer Time, and we got The Voice. Thank y'all for being here. No, Brian, there's not a third trade paperback of Wasted Space yet, but it should be coming soon. I think it was originally, I think it's scheduled for May. I'm not sure. I have to double check that. The third arc, though, did wrap up finally, so really good stuff. Can't wait to hear my distribution commentary. Well, it is coming up soon. Mike says, gung ho. Did you go vote? I always forget this, so I'm thankful I've remembered this so soon. It's time for my first six. First six comic books that I want to show off from my personal collection. Tonight's theme for the opening first six is Fantastic Four. because I had a bunch of these just kind of lying around, so it was easy to put them together. But here's some Fantastic Four books. Some are recent pickups, and some are things that I've had recent for a little bit. A lot of them are kind of recent, though. I'll go in order of publication. Here is my Fantastic Four number 17. I've shown this many times here on the channel, but I just love that cover. Dr. Doom setting a very distinct and unique trap for each member of the Fantastic Four. A great issue and a great cover. This one is one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers because I love the perspective on it. That's Fantastic Four 47. This is a recent pickup. Low grade. These are all low grade. Low grade's better than no grade, everybody says. I agree. Low grade's better than high grade for me because it means it's cheaper. There's my Fantastic Four 47, though. Look at that. Beautiful perspective on that cover. Oh, amazing. And there are a lot of famous Fantastic Four covers, but one of the most famous Fantastic Four covers, and a great cover, and one of their best issues that Kirby and Lee ever did. Issue number 51 right here. This Man, This Monster. Classic story. Ben Grimm-centric. Very nuanced and tragic, and some of the best work Lee and Kirby did on Fantastic Four in that single issue right there. Got this one recently. Fantastic Four 56, first appearance of Ulysses Claw as Claw, Master of Sound. So this is the first book where he appears as the Red Claw, the figure made completely of sound. It's not Claw's first appearance, but it's Claw's first appearance. Does that make sense? Just picked this one up the other day because I didn't have it, and I saw it, and I had to get it. Fantastic Four 100. There you go. First centennial issue that the Fantastic Four ever had. It's an okay issue, but it has every villain in it pretty much, and that's pretty cool. And for the last one, a non-Lee and Kirby one. Just got this one recently because I just picked up a 120, which is the first appearance of Airwalker, which is one of the Heralds of Galactus. So I got the follow-up 121. I pretty much got a lot. I think I pretty much got everything complete down to 200. I was missing a couple. I was missing a 211. I thought I had a first appearance of Terrax, but I didn't. Or if I do, it's in another box I haven't come across yet. So as I'm restructuring my collection and going through again, Dylan, you son of a bitch. I always know when Dylan's here because I have to approve his comment. YouTube knows what's up with you, buddy. Hey, what's up, John? What's up, Green Man? What's up, Russell? What's up, Billy Power Max? What's up, Chris? How are y'all doing? So that's the first 6. Anyway, so I have most of the from 200 on. There's probably like a couple more I need, and I'm working. I'm making a concerted effort now to get my Fantastic Four run near complete as possible, because I am tired of looking like a scrub every time I watch one of Bueller's videos, or I jump on to 90MF Comics YouTube channel. And everybody's showing off these amazing keys and beautiful Silver and Bronze Age covers that they got. And all I got is just a handful of Fantastic Fours. But I got a lot of cool shit from the 90s. So anyway, that's my first six comic books from my personal collection, including the newest pickup, which was Fantastic Four 100. Oh, and the 121. That's a new. But look at that. Let me just go over this again. This 121, look at that cover on that. Oh, amazing. At this time in the 70s, I think, all the Marvel kind of had this whole format going on with the banner across the top and kind of like a little abbreviated image there with the text on the top and the bottom. But I really like this era of Marvel, and I really love this cover. And you want to talk about perspective. Look at that. Who did that cover? I wonder if it was Bashima or if it was... Kind of looks like Bashima. Look at that look at that Silver Surfer. It looks like Bashima. You know what I'm doing. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open it up and find out. They didn't credit cover artists back then, but it's kind of and that's a really nice shape. Look at that. The colors pop. The white's still kind of white. Marvel always, I like Marvel. As far as story goes and universe goes, I'm a big fan of Marvel and DC, but Marvel covers from the Silver and Bronze Age pop so much more. Yeah, it's John Buscema. I should have known that. I did know that. That's why I said it. Anyway. when you're putting it back in, let gravity do all the work for you. Final 9 coming up at the end of the show. All right, y'all. How are y'all doing? What's up, Jesse? How y'all doing? So we're having a fantastic, grand, good old time here tonight. We've got some excitement planned for tonight, y'all. We really, really do. First of all, I got an announcement to make. So, you out there in the PCP Army, y'all amaze and surprise me. I really appreciate it. A couple weeks ago, I made a passing reference to a Joker van that I really wanted, that I had when I was a kid. It was a Toy Biz Joker van from the early 90s. People started throwing money out there in super chats, and guess what, y'all? We got the damn Joker van. So thank you so much. It is coming this week, and when I get it, I'm going to do a brief live unboxing. So thank you so much. And now that we've met that goal, we're moving on to our next goal, which is a more practical goal. We're going to get a new microphone. So once again, thank you. And from this point forward, all super chats go towards the new microphone, which is the exact same microphone that Joe Rogan uses. Because I was like, he's the most popular podcast out there. What does he use? But I've seen a lot more people use this, and I love it. So I thank you for the support. I thank you for helping us achieve our goals and dreams. Now we're working towards that new microphone, and we started this a few weeks ago, or like a few days ago. We're already 20% there, y'all. So I really do appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. And super excited once again about that damn Joker van. And when it comes out, when we get it, I'm unboxing it. And really, it belongs to all of us. So if you ever want to borrow it, just let me know. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Thank you guys so much. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm so damn excited about this Joker van, so I really, really appreciate y'all. PCP Army is the best. John, it's a Shure S something 7 something. That's it, man. So there you go. Yeah, that Joker van, we wanted a Joker van and a Punisher van, but the Punisher van is literally the same toy, just different stickers and different color scheme. It's blue and black instead of green and purple, right? And the Joker van was in a reasonable price range, and the Punisher van is not. People ask way too much for that. So maybe one day I'll get a second Joker van and repaint that shit. What's up, Dodora? How are you doing? But it's sure something. It's if you just typed in, like, there's a whole thing where Rogan shows what equipment they use, and it's there, but I could send you a link. But we're almost, yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's it. The SM7B. It seems like the best one one of the best ones out there, and I'm really excited because I like to do this a lot, and it will allow me to do that. So I'm very excited about that. And then one day, John, I want to get 3 more so that we can actually have them for the podcast. And I'm very, very excited because we've been practicing our social distancing and stay-at-home shelter-in-place orders and all that stuff here for PCP. We haven't been able to do the podcast, so we took a winter break. We came back and did 1 episode. We were geared up for the next one, comic book villains, and then all this shit happened. So, this is the way it is. It is the way it is. DC leaving Diamond would be the greatest thing ever. Well, Adam, you're never short of a comment or a thought to like spawn some controversy. That's a whole thing. We're going to get to it. If you get any more questions, get them in right now. That's what fuels this show. We have a lot of excitement tonight. And just one more time, y'all, thank you so much for the Joker van. I just like the song. I just want to hear it one more time. You deserve that round of applause. So thank you so much. All right, back to business. I just made him to show like one time, and I just wanted to like show him again. I was like, come on, I really like that Joker one. I might keep that one up, and every time I go live, and you might just have to see that again. I'll be honest with you. Adam, you're trying to get me started into the DC Diamond stuff. I don't know if I'm ready to go into that. It is next on my rundown here, though. DC leaving Diamond as a Teen Dog Shades kind of night. Ooh. I could get in trouble with that one. Now, we're about to get into the whole DC Diamond thing and all that. We're about to get into that. Yeah, everybody's ready to talk about this. All right. Let's do it then, y'all. But seriously, just one more time. Sorry, I couldn't resist. One more. Don't be surprised. It's gonna keep coming. Pop. It's just like it. You know what I'm saying? Just like it, Strickland. Anyway, here's the big news. Comic books are coming back. Yay! And I'm so excited. So excited for comic books to come back. So Diamond Comic Books, obviously they shut down at the end of March. So April 1st was the last comic book day that we just didn't have. So the last one was March 25th, the actual last new comic book day. Hey, what's up, God Tank? So Diamond Comics shut down, and it shut down the industry. So they had all these books in their warehouses that were from April 1st and maybe some from April 8th or something, and they shut it down. And that's why we haven't been able to get new comic books. Now, obviously, a lot of shops are shut down. There are stay-at-home, shelter-in-place orders, shutdowns of non-essential businesses. Some comic shops have remained open doing mail order and curbside and things like that. Some shops have actually been open to the public, oddly enough. My shop, personally, not open to the public, but doing a little bit of limited curbside by request and doing mail order and all that stuff. So that's cool. And kind of lost where I was going there. I'll take a moment. So comic shops have been shut down for a while, and now they're coming back. So Diamond Comic Books announced that they are going to go ahead and move forward with plans. They're making plans. They're setting everything up to return to comic book distribution in mid to late May. So that's cool. At least we got a date. At least we got a range to look forward to. I don't know about y'all, but for me, not having new comic book day, I'm not just talking about because I work at a comic shop or because I do the YouTube review or anything like that. Just as a fan, I miss it so much. So very excited to hear that news. The Diamonds got their plan and they're ready to go. And there's all kinds of stuff there. And we've been talking for weeks about how is this going to change the industry? How is this going to affect Diamond distribution and all that kind of stuff? So Diamond, they announced that they're going to be aiming to return mid to late May. DC, however, is like, screw it. We're doing April 28th, y'all. April 28th, no matter what. What? What are you talking about? So DC, even though Diamond has already said that they're going to be coming out with comic books towards the end of May, and that's tentative, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So they're just trying to let us know what's going on. And maybe they kind of got word that something was going to happen at DC. Maybe they could kind of sense it because y'all, I know all y'all here in the chat and y'all been here with me on these live streams. Did I not say if Diamond's not ready to go at the very beginning of May, DC's going to do something on their own? So they did. So DC made a call. They looked into other distributors. They picked up 2 new distributors. We've got UCS and we've got Lunar Distribution. So both of these companies were brand new, and it did not take long for people to start figuring out who they actually were. UCS is Midtown Comics, and Lunar is DCBS. Both major giants as far as online comic book subscriptions. It's kind of almost a logical move for DC to move towards Midtown in particular because Midtown already does take care of all of the DC direct subscriptions. So if you subscribe to a comic book through mail directly from DC, it's Midtown that's fulfilling that. So they got Midtown and they got DCBS and they got them and they're going to let them distribute comic books for DC. So officially, this means that DC has broken that deal, that initial deal that everybody had, kind of like a gentleman's agreement with Diamond Comics distributors. But we don't know if that's a permanent shift or anything like that. So it may be a permanent shift, it may not be. I don't think it is. I think it's just a piecemeal type thing. Here's the thing. If you look at DC's release slate, and DC Comics come back April 28th, so we do 100% have confirmed that new print and digital DC Comics are releasing April 28th. First of all, that's a Tuesday. That's not a Wednesday. So that's interesting because if DC continue to do this on their own with Midtown and DCBS, then do DC comic books come out a day before Marvel and Vault and Image and Boom and Aftershock and everybody else? That'd be a little weird and wonky, right? It's going to be a little weird because I'm thinking, well, I'm ready and geared up to do the weekly comic book review. However, some books are not going to come out till Wednesday because I've been following some of the digital releases, especially some of the Action Lab stuff's been pretty decent. The Comixology original, right? So I want to have a well-rounded one. But if the DC books are going to be ready for Tuesday, I got to get that video out. I might have to do 2 weekly comic book reviews, a DC version and a digital version. Wouldn't that be weird? Anyway, all that aside, DC's release slate is pretty slim. And what they're doing is, first of all, they got to stress test Midtown and DCBS because they don't know if they can quite handle all this. DCBS is handling some states. Midtown is handling some of the other states. My shop, I think we're going to be wind up, it's going to be Midtown, right? So we'll get into the retailer response and a lot of the nuance there in a minute, but I do want to go over the DC releases. The first thing to notice about them is that there are some things missing, like Superman titles, Legion of Superhero titles, some Batman titles, some major titles. DC has announced that some titles will not show up till later. Basically what's happening is they want to stress test these new distribution methods. They sent out all these surveys to retailers over the last couple weeks, and some people are arguing that maybe some shops would be closed, but they reached out to a lot of retailers and they're like, can you take shipments to your house? Can you do mail order there? And things like that. So DC's ready to get the ball going. And it seems like the rest of the industry is kind of waiting to see what Diamond does, but DC was the one that kind of just said, no, we're going to do what we're going to do. We want our content out there. However, it does seem like there's an eye towards the reunification with Diamond. So DC Comics has announced that Tuesday, April 28th will be the first week of new printed comic books, including Batman 89, the third printing of that book. Then we've got the Batman Giant number 4. I think that's the wrong cover, but who cares? Daphne Byrne number 4 is coming out that week. Dreaming number 20, a great cover there, by the way. I have not been on that book. And then Nightwing number 70 is the second printing. That's the first new comic book print day we get. The next one is May 5th. And we're going to get Batman and the Outsiders number 12. Pretty much the only Bat book we're getting that's not a reprint. DC Superstars 7 Facsimile Edition, reprinting the first appearance of the Huntress. There's Flash 753, so that's cool. I think that's hopeful. Green Lantern Season 2 number 3. Hawkman number 23. So it's cool to have some, even though there's secondary, some great DC characters there. And House of Whispers number 20 right there. And then Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity number 4 with that beautiful cover. So I'm really excited about that. The next week is May 12th, right after my birthday, by the way, May 10th. We got Harley Quinn number 72 coming out that week. We have Justice League number 44, continuing the Vendetti series. We got Justice League Odyssey number 20, J-Lo. Then we got Lois Lane number 10, and wrapping that up with Metal Men number 6 for that week in DC. So that's all they've got announced. If you notice, it goes right up to mid-May. And all those titles were titles that were going to release April 1st and April 8th. However, some things are missing, like Batman 92. So it definitely seems like they've already got their eye on reunification with Diamond once Diamond gets everything sorted out and they return to print. Batman 92 is going to be a big deal. First full appearance, a punchline in multiple panels and multiple scenes and multiple talking points and a fight scene and everything, plus that Art Germ variant cover. So that's really neat. That's really nifty. But it seems like they're holding that back. They're holding out back on some other things like Legion of Superheroes and some Superman titles. And it seems like they want to make sure that by June, maybe Diamond will be ready to go. There will be more shops open, more availability. That's when they want to put out the more demanded content. So it's going to be a slow roll back into it. But I'm still excited that we got something. We got DC coming at the end of April, and we got the rest of them starting probably 2 weeks to 4 weeks later. So that makes me super thrilled. So that's the official releases of the DC books in print and digital. But yeah, Batman 92 will be in June of that year. Of this year. That year? What? Anyway, so that's what's going on there. So how does this break down? So, first of all, how long is this? Everybody's, it's a big deal, first of all, that DC's doing this without Diamond. And remember, I said that was going to happen, y'all. Called it in the air, right? But how long is this going to happen? I don't think that this is a permanent model. Now, there's been a lot of negative reaction from retailers out there. Retailers do not like this whatsoever. Because first of all, basically DC said all your orders for these books that you made with Diamond are canceled. They're all canceled. You're going to now have to go to the appropriate other distributor, which in fact is a comic shop. So retailers view Midtown and DCBS as their biggest competitors. They're viewing them as people that want to take their business from them. They do their own mail order subscription services. It's a comic shop, right? I understand that fear, but I think retailers as a whole sometimes have a lot of pull in the industry. They really, really do. But I think that sometimes they have ideas that were very solid for a certain time, and maybe there's something else coming. And it seems like retailers don't really, for the most part, want to get... This is my personal thoughts now. It seems like a lot of retailers don't want to kind of jump on board with anything new or innovative, or potentially that they could view as being destructive to their market. Ordering your comic book subscription from Midtown is not the experience that you get from a local comic shop. That's not the experience of going in there, knowing these people, these guys and gals, and getting to know them, and they give you recommendations, and it's a fun experience. You meet people in the community. You get to share what you're doing. You get to go and hunt for what you're looking for. I mean, has eBay sales stopped local comic shops? No, because they're able to jump in on that. Now, I understand this because here's the thing. Basically, DC is saying in a very short window, because basically retailers have like 4 days to get on board with this or something, right? Maybe it's a little bit longer, but it's very short. It's just a matter of days, right? You've got to give valuable information to Midtown and DC or DCBS. That means your customer base, like how many comic books you sell. Like, that is actually very important information to have if you're a major competitor, right? I don't necessarily view online comic book like Midtown or anything. I don't view that as competition with me personally at my comic shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, the comic shop, the local comic shop is a little bit of a different experience than just buying comic books online, right? And I don't know how Midtown ships them. Do you get them on Wednesday morning? When's your mail run? Are they going to be bent up? There's a whole different thing to having people that can give you recommendations, a family and a community that you can become a part of. So I think it's way different. That's why I don't have so much problems with digital even, so that's just my personal ideas. But I understand some retailers' thoughts because that is information that you are giving to these guys. And what's to stop Midtown or DCBS from, if they can cement a continuing distribution deal with DC, what's to stop them from bringing other people in there? What's to stop them now that they're at the distribution level? That means their costs have gone down from the normal comic shop, right? Right? Possibly. I don't know the numbers or anything like that, but it seems very possible. So what's to stop them from going, oh, by the way, hey, y'all, we'll do a 40% discount. We'll do a 50% discount. What's to stop that? That could be destructive to some LCSs, but I think what LCSs need to do is be innovative, be on top of trends, be on top of things. I think that's the right response. I think that a fearful response when Comic Hub had their idea to go ahead and continue the industry by selling digital copies on behalf of local comic shops so that you could pick up a printed copy later, that seemed, as a fan, a great idea. As a retailer, it didn't seem like a good idea because what's to stop Comic Hub, as Bueller pointed out on his channel, what's to stop them from just being like, cut out the local comic shops. We'll just send it to you directly, right? And we'll cut them out. Like, what's to stop that? However, we live in a capitalist society, and that's a free market out there. And if someone makes some kind of innovative change to the game, to the industry, or if a change happens due to an unforeseen circumstance like a global pandemic, everybody's got to kind of catch up to that. We can't just cry and have people come back down to us. It seems like some of these retailers have pretty outdated views, man. Like, I'll be honest, I'm just kind of going off. And this is not a Teen Dog Shades night, but I think that some retailers think it's still 1992. And it ain't, yo. It ain't 1992. Trust me, I wish it was, but it's not. It's not 1992. And we got to start thinking about things differently, and we got to start really understanding. Print comics are never going to die. Local comic shops, there's always going to be room for that. There are always going to be people that want to support local business over a corporate business. There's always going to be people that want to go through and peruse a shelf and not just go through and flip through a website. There are always going to be people that want to hunt for old school key issues and great covers in long boxes and not on eBay. That's always going to be there. So I don't think that that's anything you need to worry about. I think that what this is doing is DC was trying to keep their market alive, because as we talked about last week with Todd McFarlane, his thoughts were this: I know how easy it is to break a habit if you don't do that habit for weeks and weeks and weeks. The new comic book habit, the habit that we all have of getting new comic books every single Wednesday, reading them, talking about them, sharing them, chatting about it, that is a habit that a lot of people can just easily fall out of, especially during a recession, right? So that's why Todd McFarlane thought that they did not need to interrupt the flow of new comics. Just go digital, worry about print later. We can all figure it out. But he had a decent idea because he suggested that you limit the numbers. You don't just release everything digitally. And once again, I feel like I have to say this because I feel like I got a lot of people that think that I'm some kind of like, it's all digital, man. I 100% prefer a hard copy of a comic book that I want and love, much more so than a digital one. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend hundreds of dollars on Fantastic Fours number 5 and 18s and 17s and 58s and 48s and blah, 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 blahs. Anyway, you can't be fearful of change. And that's not just comic book retailers. That's not just comic book publishers. That's not just comic book fans. That's not just comic book creators. That's everybody in the entire multiverse. You cannot be fearful of change because every day change happens. And we're veering on Teen Dog Shades, but we're not going to do it tonight. But change happens. Be like water, be fluid, and be innovative. And not only embrace change, but anticipate change and be ahead of the curve. And especially in a free market capitalist society, that's how you make money. That's how you get ahead of trends. That's how you do what's going on. Come on. But I understand all that. But it seems like fans are kind of excited. They're just happy to have comic books back, right? And yeah, a lot of people are saying, well, a lot of shops can't be open. That's why DC did the retailer surveys. They were reaching out. They were like, that's why they also are not releasing Batman 92. That's why they're not releasing Bendis' Superman. That's why they're not releasing his Legion of Superheroes. That's why Metal's probably going to get delayed out now, because they're not going to overwhelm the already hurt market. They know that a majority of their like front runner sales come from the local comic shops. It comes from us fans. Right? So we're just happy to get some comic books back. And I'll be honest with you, I was looking at, if you look at that first week of new DC comics, I'm like, all right, some reprints. Daphne Byrne's the only one I'm reading. So I guess I got to get caught up on the Dreaming real quick so I can review that book too. Otherwise, I'm going to have a DC review of just one book. I'll read the reprint, damn it. I don't care. I'll be like, here's the thing. Batman 89 still good. You know, different cover. That's cool. Anyway. So I understand some of that. Creators are happy, obviously, because that means they're still able to be creating. And that's something that I don't see a lot of people here that we've chatted about. We talk about the retailers, we talk about the fans, we talk about the publishers, but what about the creators? You know, when they get these stop pencils down, they're not making money. They're not making money. And if the creators aren't making money, and if the creators we love and respect and we love and admire their work, if they're not making money, what happens? It's every piece has got to make money. The retailers, so the direct market, the publishers, the creators, and the fans. We all got to be working together in one like symbiotic, cohesive unit. And we can't be fearful of change because change is going to happen. But the industry is always going to be the same industry that we love. And there will always be print comics. Come on. So what do you think about it? Rant over. Thank you for putting up with me. I really do appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I fell behind on some comments. Let's see what sticks out. Yeah, Batman 92 is in June. Yep, that's how businesses fail. You have to change and evolve with the times. Absolutely. John, what's up? Yeah, John, what's up? You've already been here. Say things normalize in 2 months. Do you think DC has burned bridges with Diamond? No, because Diamond makes a lot of money off DC. They don't want to lose that. Diamond did respond to DC's announcement, and they said that that they're going to be a little bit more cautious with their approach to a slow rollout and open up, and almost like seemed like they threw a little bit of shade at DC. But they did say that they still look forward to working with DC. So I think that this is all going to go right back to Diamond after all this is done, especially because of the retailers. Some of them will probably do it just so they have the books to sell. But when Diamond comes back, the only way that it would suck for retailers to be forced to buy from another retailer. And that 100% does suck. And that's a bad business model right there. If Midtown wants to get into comic book distribution, then there's got to be some kind of things there to protect the other people in the direct market, I think. That gives an unfair advantage if you're both a retailer and a distributor. Like Diamond doesn't sell directly to the public. And that's one of the things that keeps people happy with Diamond. But I think competition with Diamond would any kind of shakeup is going to be good because competition is good for business. It's good for industry. It's good for that kind of stuff. I'm not an expert on any of that, though. Yeah, no burning bridges where money's concerned. Yeah, Adam, of course I love digital stuff. I love comic books. There you go. I love comic books. I love that it's just a great medium to tell story and to experience story. I love it. Oh, distributor-specific variants? Brian, I would hate that because that would almost kind of push retailers into getting the same product from multiple distributors because every special exclusive cover for the most part, usually involves ordering a certain amount of product, right? So there's a lot that needs to be shifted up in this industry. Hey, what's up? Brian's here, everybody. That's Chewy Brian. What's up, buddy? Hey, you going to do Pitch Black with us this week, buddy? Brian said he wanted to get on a live stream with us. And I was like, hey, well, we're doing Pitch Blacks the next one. You want to watch that? Everything Comics says, I prefer hard copies too, but I will admit I bought a tablet just because of the growing amount of digital I receive for review and the Marvel Unlimited app, so I'm not opposed. Yeah, digital's fine. You're not going to be able to own every single comic book you ever want to read. And I want to read more comic books than I own. That's just a personal philosophy. And I have read more comic books than I own. I read tons of stuff on the Comixology Unlimited app. I've read tons of stuff just buying them. Like I was talking a few weeks ago about they released these Fantastic Four and Spider-Man DVD, CD-ROM things or whatever that had like the first 500 issues. I had those. So it's not the same experience. It takes the tactile experience out of it, and that's not cool. That's why I prefer hard copies, just like you said. But mean? A good comic's a good comic. And the cool thing is a lot, if super small independent press that maybe printing comics, it's hard, first of all, to get noticed by Diamond or to get accepted by Diamond and be in previews. That's a really difficult, painful process. It's an expensive process to print comic books on your own at a very low print run. And releasing it digitally lowers those costs. So a lot of small press, super independent stuff comes out digital only. And I've been able to read some stuff like, man, I would have never read that one last week. What was it? Never Ender? That book was amazing. I'm 100% going to follow that book. I want it in print, 100%. My thoughts. What is more detrimental to a local shop? DC changing distributors or DC going under? DC going under would be way more damaging because that's like almost half the market. Easy Reader says, since I'm getting older, reading comics on a tablet is a lifesaver. Yeah, I like it when you can zoom in. Yeah, I don't have a nice tablet either. I got like a Kindle, and I love my Kindle. It was a gift from my homie Hammer Time. But some things are pretty small on that. I mean, Tyler, I kind of agree. Like, ultimately, it does come down to the consumers. Whatever the consumers go, if they buy it, they buy it. Like wherever there's money, and there are differences in the digital-only consumer and the print-only consumer, and the consumer that's mostly print and a sprinkling of digital, which is what me and Bob and Brian, I know, we're that. We are mostly physical with a sprinkling of digital. So when we say we love digital comics, don't think that we're just buying all of our stuff digital. Bob still wants that Fantastic Four #5. It'd be way cheaper for him to just buy that on Comixology. Print it out. Yeah, that's the thing. The reason, Herminia, the reason why the digital prices are so low is because the retailers fought against digital comics. Back in 2011, they had a big uproar about it because they wanted to start selling. That's when they started wanting to sell digital comic books same day as the print release, which threw retailers in a fuss because they were like, they'll be cheaper. That's enticing people to not buy at my shop, but it's a different thing. People that want to read, people that want to follow weekly comic books digitally that's not us. That's not the people that go in there and go to the comic shop and go and buy them. Like there's a thing. There's a thing about going and getting a stack of comics and coming home with it and just grabbing a beer, grabbing a coffee or something and just reading it, smoking a bowl, whatever you do, and just read that, and it's just, there's something about it, something super, super special. Oh yeah, Hamburger Basket, they all go through Diamond because in order to really achieve, you've got to be in the Diamond's previews catalog. And it's a difficult thing to get. And it takes a long time to actually get there and get space available. Like Vault just recently, in the last half a year or something, got their own page spreads with their own logos and everything all over. So that's really, really cool. All right, Brian, I'm going to count on you for being there. But yeah, DC, the retailers fought against the digital thing, and that's why digital comics are the same price as the print copies. And yeah, I do not like paying $3.99 for a digital 22-page comic book. Most of these indie ones I've been reading are only $1 or $2. But the other day I paid a $2.99 for some crap. That was the Lemurians or whatever, and yeah, don't get that book. That book was. I feel robbed. If the New York Times still prints papers, we still want paper comics. Yeah, they're still gonna. There's not gonna stop. Not at this point. Maybe 40, 50 years from now, the world will be completely different, but not now. I think we're fine. Strickland, DC coming back is fine, but we want our indie books back, man. We actually need good content, too. Well, DC's got some good content, man. But I know what you're saying, for real. For real. Let's see. Shake up to Diamond. Too many variants. Yeah, there are too many variants. That's why they inflate their sales. Hey, how about pre-ordered comics that have already been paid for through a comic shop from Diamond? Are they still locked in or automatically paid in full but shipped on the DC New yeah, like if you paid for your book from your comic shop, in order to get these books, your comic shop's going to have to work with one of these companies. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to take care of that. If for some reason they can't, I'm sure they'll refund you that money. Or they may hold it. I don't know. That's an individual shop thing. But the idea is that most shops are going to do this because this is it's the new comics that fuel the sales. Like, there are tons of sales on back issues, and shops do other things. Like at my shop, we do tons more stuff. We do Warhammer. We do a ton of miniature gaming. We do all the card gaming. We do board games. We got toys. So there's more stuff to sell than just comics. But that weekly influx of new cash coming in for New Comic Book Day is a big deal to a lot of local comic shops. So I think they'll jump in there. But you might want to contact your shop personally about that. Hey, what's up, Robbie? Robbie says, what's up, Robbie? I'm really enjoying the FF Volume 2 run. I hate to admit it, but I never realized just how cool Namor is. Never cared for him in the past, but digging him now. Oh, Robbie, if you want Namor recommendations, first of all, the old school stuff, Tales to Astonish, and his Submariner book that was very short-lived. That's some great fun stuff. Outside of that, it's mostly great appearances in FF. I really like the John Byrne run. I know you're a Byrne fan, so I think you might like the John Byrne run. It's pretty easy to come across. I have his full run. I'm just such a John Byrne fan. And Namor's got a ponytail. But that's some really good Namor stuff. Outside of that, I don't know if I have much to recommend as far as solo titles. But mostly anytime he shows up is badass. His usage in New Avengers by Jonathan Hickman is a joy. A joy. Yeah, they're releasing it on Tuesday because everything else releases on Tuesday. They're trying to line that up. So maybe they're trying to make a move. And if you notice, those last few New Comic Book Days we had were on Tuesday. But they need to start shipping me comics on Monday then if they want that. Hey, what's up, Brett? Brett says everyone should read Friday. You can pick your price. Yeah, Friday #1 was my pick of the week this week. I loved that book so much. Ed Brubaker, Marcos Martin, fantastic. It's on panelsyndicate.com. You can pay what you want for the first issue. It's really good. Oh, no, Chris, I don't play guitar. I barely ever played guitar. I can play a few songs, I can do a few chords, but that's it. I was always more of a keyboard player. That's why my music always veered more towards hip hop and like electronic type stuff, because I was always more of a keyboard player, synthesizer. So that's what I use. And right now I don't have a decent good synthesizer. I've got a Casio, that's my practice board, and that's just kind of what I pound out on, but I have not been making music for a while. I need to. Usually I make it, though, with like a MIDI controller right there. Bam. But that's old school. I haven't set that up in a long time. I jam out of my practice board every once in a while. It's a little cheap, $200 Casio. It's nothing. But I've had a Korg and I've had a Roland, and I want to get some of those back. I really do. I don't even have time to. If I don't have time to devote to the music, why should I? That's been my thing. Is like I spend so much time between work and doing the YouTube stuff and just life, that I don't really have much time for music. So it's hard to invest that much money in a new synth. But I want one. Hey, what's up, Robert? How are you doing? Hey, what's up, Hero and the Kid? 2 more weeks, huh? Is that when I'm on? You just let me know the date, and we'll be ready. That's right. I'm going to be on Hero and the Kid Sunday Sit Down. I guess in a couple weeks or something. Very excited. If you haven't watched Hero and the Kids Sunday Sit Down, definitely you should. Robbie, have you read Spider-Woman #1? I was not expecting much, but I really liked it. Street level Marvel. I didn't really like it that much. You can get my full thoughts on it on the weekly comic book review for when when it released. I thought it was okay, but I'll keep with it. We'll see what happens. Chewy Brain, I'm right there with you, Brian. I really liked Invaders at first by Zdarsky, and I dropped it. I dropped it, and I came back to it, and then I dropped it again, which means I need to go back and just read the whole thing. Oh, yeah, I've never read, Eric, I've never read the Defender stuff, but I hear that's some good Namor stuff, too. Yeah, Hero and the Kids is a fun show. It's a super fun show. Get your questions in right now. Are y'all excited about comic books coming back? What are y'all's thoughts? Are you excited that DC's releasing something in the 2 to 3 weeks that Diamond may not still be releasing stuff? And, it still may not even be, it may not be the middle of May. It may be later. And another thing to think about is, Diamond has like 200 and something thousand copies of Batman 92 in their warehouses. So maybe one of the reasons why they're holding back is not necessarily to wait for more shops to be open and for Diamond to resume, but because they can't justify reprinting that at that cost. Maybe that's something up. Yeah, I need Decorum #2 as well. No, Robert, I still haven't watched any of them damn movie previews. Damn it. I got to watch the Extraction trailer, and I got to watch the Al Capone trailer. I keep forgetting them. I write them down in my wrap-up rundown, and then I'm so bad. That's never happened, but it's happened these last 2 weeks. All this stuff that's going on has just messed up everything. Hey, what's up, Sleepy Reader 666? How are you doing, homie? Good to see ya. Great channel, by the way, y'all. Check them out. What's up, Brian? The only book I have had on my pull from DC is Justice League Dark. No official release date for that yet, but we'll see what happens. Apparently, when DC made their announcement that they're going to return to publishing through multiple distributors, kind of took the rest of the industry blindsided. Yeah, I'm super excited for Decorum to come back. Super excited. Super excited. Forcing retailers to buy, but businesses can't be open due to virus. Yeah, that's why they sent out they sent out all these surveys. They were trying to say who's doing curbside, who's doing mail order, who's doing this, who's doing that. Where can we ship books to if we needed to? Do you have a home address? Can you ship things out from your home? Things like that. So it seems like, I think they got the idea that the majority of shops were doing business in some form or another. But at the same time, yeah, they want their stuff out. They don't want too much of a disruption. And, there was all these rumors about how these people were, some publishers were saying it's like Diamond's keeping their books hostage right now, like holding them hostage. It seems like it's DC. I don't know if DC's got such a good relationship with Diamond even leading into all of this, but I'm really curious to see how Marvel's going to respond. I think Marvel's just going to wait for Diamond, to be honest. Sleepy Reader, it's not surprising to me that they are Midtown and DCBS. Midtown, I do believe, does DC subscription service pools. So, but it's not surprising to me. But it's also not surprising to me why retailers have a problem giving their information, including ordering numbers, to what they view as some of their biggest competitors. But it didn't surprise me. But maybe it did, because I honestly thought that they were going to go through like Penguin Random House or something like that. I thought they were going to go through one of those publishers. I mean, one of those distributors. But the Midtown one makes sense. But I don't even think they trust it. And I still think it's just temporary. I think when Diamond gets back up and running, they're good. DC should be focused on the West. That's their main base. Yeah, they're out there they're in Burbank now, but that's why they got both Midtown and DCBS working on it. And that's UBS or whatever, I think. Yeah, UCS and Lunar. Just a little weird. You know, and maybe they're making a play. But at the same time, it just seems weird. Like, you don't want the distributor to also be the retailer, because then what's the point? Yeah, I totally imagine book distributors too, because they already work with Penguin Random House. They already do and they already moved editorially a focus towards the graphic novels that they've been releasing, like for DC Kids and young adults. So I guess I was surprised by that. But then when I thought about it, it wasn't too much of a surprise, because I do think Midtown does DC's subscription service. Like, if you subscribe to a book from DC, I think it's Midtown that handles that. I'll publish them in my garage. No promises on quality. That's funny. All right, guys, one more time. Thank you so much for that Joker Van. Your super chats led to it, so thank you. It's coming in this week. Now we got a new goal. Brand new microphone. All super chats are going to go towards the new microphone now. We're already 20% there. Yeah, Sleepy Reader says, I don't see retail and wholesaler being the same in too many businesses. Yeah, and it seems like retailers are not too keen on it. I know we're not so keen on that size. I think as a placeholder, it's cool. It's nice that DC wants to go ahead and start releasing some product. It seems like what they're releasing is not that big of a deal, right? And it seems like they still, even in this plan, have a plan to await Diamond bringing everything back to normal. And with that, we're taking a break. But we still have so much more to come. More Ask Me Anythings, more AMAs, more chat about comic books and all that stuff. We have the question of the week coming up, so get ready. Start thinking about it. What are your favorite games ever on Atari? I'm very excited for that. Very excited. And we also got Show and Tell. I'm going to be opening up a Starscream action figure tonight and trying to transform it, but that may not work out so well. But we still got a lot coming, y'all. We got another hour or so. So take a break, chill out. Here's a new song that you haven't heard yet for the break. This is a song I wrote probably about like 10, 11 years ago. It doesn't have a name. But for this sake, let's just call it The Ballad of the Homie. We'll be right back, y'all. Hey everybody, welcome back here to Rockin Robbie Live Round 2 for April 19th, 2020. How are y'all doing out there? As everybody gets back from their break, you got your popcorn, you got your refill on your drink, your favorite adult beverage, whatever you want to do. Get back in here. Let me know that you're back in here. Throw some questions out there. This show is fueled by your questions. We got a nice Atari segment coming up a little bit later, and we got show and tell. But the rest is all up to you, so throw out your questions right now, whatever you want to talk about. Comic books, movies, pop culture, TV, music, all that, and a whole lot more. Thank you so much for your patience during the break. I really do appreciate everybody that sticks through the entirety. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let's try to get as many thumbs up as we can get people in the stream. I don't know where we're at right now. I don't have that information in front of me. However, hit that thumbs up button. You can check out podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at @TheRockinRobbie. You can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you are on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can find all that in the description below here. The PCP Army is a fun place. We have PCP movie review polls there. The reason why we did a Critters movie poll was because why we did a Critters movie review is because that's what won the poll. Audience choice, right? We're doing another one right now. Pitch Black just won the latest one. That movie review is coming up Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. So go ahead and watch Pitch Black this week and join us for a live review, analysis, and discussion. But we got a current poll that just launched today, a Michael Keaton-specific PCP Army movie poll. So go vote between Mr. Mom, Gung Ho, Johnny Dangerously, Multiplicity. What's the other one? The Dream Team. So yeah. You can support us at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine gentlemen right here: David, Alex, Brian, Nelson, Reggie, Josh, Brian, David, Dee Dee, Bullseye, Dean, Dunlaney, HC, Jason, Javi, Kenneth, Monmeet, Michael, Peter, Robert, Seth, Timo, TJ, and William. You can also support us with a super chat. Building towards our next goal of a new microphone. And that's right. Thanks to the PCP Army, we reached our last goal, which was the Joker van. Thank you so much. The Joker van's coming in this week, PCP Army. It belongs to all of us. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. I love the damn Joker thing. Hey guys, guess what? The Joker van's coming in this week. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. So, we got some questions. But I had to make the announcements, right? Oh, also another announcement. I'm going to be on Bueller's channel Tuesday night. So, super cool. At least that's the plan. So, very excited for that. Brian, I don't think I've pinned it at the top yet. It's in there, though. I'll pin it at the top when we're done here. What is Marvel's response to the DC move? I don't think there is one yet. Don't think there is one yet. What's up, David Hatch? How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, I am not aware of a Marvel response yet. I've heard the Diamond response, but that's it. The Boom Netflix deal. Yeah, I saw some people actually asking about this last time, and I forgot to get to it in the first half. Yeah, it's a great deal. You know, Netflix has a first look deal now with Boom. That means that any new properties from this point forward, Netflix has a first look, meaning they get the first option to look at something and maybe purchase it for a movie or TV show. It's a great company to have a first look deal with. Boom does excellent work. They have really cranked out some great work. Now, I don't know how the first look deal works because maybe some things that have already come out, like Once and Future, I know that was already up for something, right? Something is Killing the Children, and like Folklords and Red Mother and Strange Skies over East Berlin. I don't know if anybody else looked at them or what's going on there. but maybe I haven't heard anything about things being picked up there. So I think it's a cool idea. That means that Netflix has a plethora of amazing original content to develop for live action or animated TV and film. I think it's a fantastic deal. Totally forgot to mention it in the weekly pop culture wrap-up, didn't I? So, 31 likes and 51 here. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. It really, really, really helps us out here. Tell us about the mic you're wanting. It's the mic that Joe Rogan uses, Jimmy Dore uses. It's a bunch of podcasters use it. It's the Shure something. I don't remember exactly what it is. But I've been told by multiple sources that it is one of the top dollar ones to get, a good one to get. But I want to get it because I'm doing more live stuff. I got plans to do more live things involving other YouTube creators and comic book creators and publishers and stuff. So I got some plans. I got some things I want to do. Shure SM7B is what it is. Thank you, Hammer Time. Glad you're still here. How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen your beautiful eyes in a long time. Don't you have a birthday coming up too, don't you? Or did it just happen? No, it's the 20-something. Man, I never remember your birthday, John. John's like one of those people that never lets people know it's his birthday. He's probably going to be pissed I even said that. So, never mind. John's birthday was in October. But the first Boom Studio things, if Netflix was going to do anything, okay, Once in Future I think is off the table. Somebody's already developing that one. But I haven't heard yet. Next Saturday, okay, yeah, man. We should hang out and watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yeah, this Saturday, buddy. Saturday just passed. Saturday's gone in the wind, just like Skinner said, you know. I was just flashback to when I had Chad on the channel and we got into a Leonard Skinner discussion. I don't know if he just knew that I was from Alabama, so he's like, he must be in the Skinner. I'm like, I like Skinner a little bit. So outside of hey everybody. Thank you so much, Robert, for the super chat. All super chats go towards the new microphone. It's a very crisp, clean, awesome microphone. I can touch it and it won't even disrupt anything those days. So thank you so much, Robert. On behalf of everybody here at the Excitable PCP crew, thank you. Yeah, I know it's Tuesday, Eric. That was a joke. I know it's Tuesday's gone. I know that. Yeah, way to go, Robert. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it because that means I got to use that thing I put together again. Because don't forget, the PCP Army is able to accomplish many things like the Joker van coming in this week. All right, I was serious. All right. Some people are like, I'm out of here. He keeps playing that damn Joker thing. I just like that song. It's one of them things you can find. It's like on the YouTube has this like library of music you can use. And I just started like messing with it and looking at it. And I found that one. And plan on hearing that song multiple times in the months to come. I'm telling you. No matter what goal we hit, too, I think it's just going to be Heath Ledger's Joker clapping. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, how are y'all doing? What were we talking about? Boom. If Boom did... what should Boom do with Netflix? Here we go. Strick, I may have spent some time making it, to be honest with you, but I had a lot of fun with it. So anyway, the first thing I want, Something is Killing the Children. 100%. TV series. Let's do it. TV series, Something is Killing the Children. First thing. Off the cuff. Let's do it. Also, I will point out that Boom and Netflix already have a good relationship because they've been working together on comic book tie-ins with the Netflix Dark Crystal, right? So there's that. What else? Y'all ready for this? How about a Teen Dog animated series, y'all? Come on. A Teen Dog animated series. That's a Boom property. right? That'd be dope. Lumberjanes would be a cool series. Red Mother, I think would be really cool, but I want to see how it wraps up. Same with Folklores. I want to see where that goes. Strange Skies Over East Berlin would make a great, I think, 6-episode miniseries. Just 6 episodes and it's done. I would like to see that. I would like to see Judas, another Jeff Loveness book from Boom. Judas was a 4-issue series with haunting artwork and an absolutely beautiful story. A flip side of a great exploration on Judas Iscariot, obviously the betrayer of Christ. Really good stuff. Oh, a Dune trailer just released. Heck yeah, I have to check that out. Never been much of a Dune guy. That's super cool. Hey, Robbie, did you get enough for that Joker van? I forgot. Don't tempt me, buddy. Don't tempt me. I'm already getting in there. Yeah, Lumberjanes will be great. There was a book they did back in the day for Boombox 2 called The Midas Flesh. I think that'd be a really cool one, geared more towards a younger market. That'd be really cool. But I'd like to see those ones probably immediately. What else? Well, their licensed properties are off the table, obviously. They can't do anything with Buffy or Power Rangers. Bone Parish, that's a good one. You know, this is a good time now, actually, to start specking on Boom right now. Alienated. Anything new coming out from Boom, I would definitely pay attention to right now. But yeah, Something Is Killing the Children would be the first one. 100% down. Yeah, Once and Future is already being developed by somebody, though. I think for a movie. That would work, though, because it's kind of like a modern-day Indiana Jones type thing, and I really like it. Animated would be cool. Oh, dude, 6 seasons in a movie for Teen Dog. For Teen Dog. Hey, look, there's Bueller right there. Confirming. Robbie, looking forward to Tuesday, putting out the announcement video in a few minutes. All 5 days are booked. Looks like Bueller's doing a video with somebody every day. That's super cool. Are you doing Friday? What time? We're doing a movie review at 8 p.m. Central on Friday. Let's try to move it around that. I don't want Bueller stealing our people. I'm just kidding. We're all the same people. I'm just kidding. But Something's Killing Children would be the best one. Bueller, since you're here, real quick, what Boom Netflix show do you want to see first? I said Something's Killing the Children. Easy choice for me. Hey, Sam's here. What's up? We got the whole Portland crew in the house tonight. We got Damien, we got Bueller, we got Sam, and we got Bob. Hell yeah, y'all. Now we got Hialeah. Raul, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? Watching Hulu with the wife. Enjoy it, my friend. Hell yeah. Everybody just popping in. I feel like I'm in Portland right now. Children, then Red Mother. That's exactly what I said, homie. I said Something Is Killing the Children and Red Mother. Especially depending on how Red Mother ends. And I hate that this has delayed all of that because we probably should have it by now or very soon, but we're not. But Red Mother. Once again, Robert, thank you so much for helping with the Super Chat. The Super Chats always go towards something very useful like a new microphone. That's what we're working towards right now. Thanks to Robert, we're now about 25% there, which is really cool. Your support has led to many things like a new camera. We have dubbed the Reggie and the Joker van. Yeah, I think it's supposed to get the Joker van tomorrow or Tuesday, and I think the moment that I see it and I have it, I'm going to go live and just open the hell out of it. I'm very excited. Anyway. Yeah, Red Mother. Yeah, now's a good time to spec on Boom. You know, we've been telling you, and here's a good thing. Here's a great thing to know. When it comes to speculation on Marvel and DC stuff, it's just whatever they decide, right? You know, and you can listen to some people and they can have some ideas. Like, it's easy right now to be like, yo, Heralds of Galactus, jump on Heralds of Galactus, right? Easy to get on there, right? It's Sam's birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. Oh, it's a belated birthday. Is it your birthday day? Happy birthday, Sam, regardless. Oh, dude, they need to do something with the Power Rangers and the Omega Rangers for sure. Yeah, that's out of the Boom thing for sure because that's just licensed. But yeah, absolutely, that'd be yeah. We need some Omega Ranger. We need Draken. We need a Shattered Grid animated movie. How about that, Strickland? A Shattered Grid animated movie? Yeah, I was noticing Bueller hadn't done any live streams, man. I was like, man, you eat breakfast early for me, and I'm in Central Time, and you're in Pacific. And I'm like, how in the hell is Bueller up so early eating damn cereal? What cereal were you eating in that video, by the way? You were like, I got to eat it real quick before it goes soggy. What cereal were you eating? King of Nowhere. Yeah, that could be really cool with the Joker fan. Jeez. Ugh. How many people have I... Ghosted in L.A. and Heavy Vinyl. Mike, you're right. Ghosted in L.A. I totally forgot about that one. That'd be great. Checks. Corn checks, rice checks, wheat checks, cinnamon checks, chocolate checks, peanut butter checks. A lot of checks, my friend. I hope the rumor is true that we're getting Omega Ranger figures, Strickland. I really, really do. I really, really do. Y'all been thinking about your favorite Atari games of all time? Start thinking about it. I was like, for the question of the week, what do I want to do? And I was racking my brain for a moment there. And Chex Mix and milk. That would be funny. That'd be gross. Regular rice Chex. Hell yeah, man. You put some sugar on that? I always put sugar on my Chex. It's too much on its own. But I don't know. I like Crispex, so maybe I could eat Chex on its own nowadays as an adult. Tonight, I think I'm going to get into... I think I'm going to have some Boo Berry. That's right, because I got a box of Boo Berry unopened. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Boo Berry tonight. Disturbing trend of YouTubers live streaming mastication. Yeah, Once in Future I don't think can be done because Once in Future has already been optioned, I think, by someone. So I don't think it can be included. I don't think so. All right, so I was like, we'll do a video game question. Like, I was going to do like favorite video game system. I was going to do like favorite video game of all time. And then I was like, we're going to do the Atari. We're not doing it yet, so don't throw your answers out yet, y'all. Because first, it's time for recent reads. Recent reads. I'm going to put together a graphic now for a theme song for that. But yeah, it's time for recent reads here on Rockin Robbie Live. So right now I want to know, what have you been reading lately? What have you been reading? What you been doing? What have you been spending your comic book reading time doing? For me personally, everybody's giving their favorite cereals now, too. That's awesome. For me personally, I read this last night. I read the Spawn Blood Feud miniseries, which was written by Alan Moore, that had artwork by Tony Daniel. This book was awesome. It's basically Spawn versus a badass vampire. And the vampire is, spoilers by the way, the vampire is pretending to be human, pretending to be this like supernatural paranormal investigator, and he's coming into town and he's made the whole public believe that Spawn's a vampire and he's going to stop him, but he is actually the vampire just trying to kill Spawn just to make a point. It's weird. It's weird, but whatever, It's Alan Moore. It's not the greatest Alan Moore book ever, but it's one of the best Spawn stories I've read. And I loved the hell out of this. In my revisit of Spawn now, I have read 40 issues of Spawn. I've read the 4-issue Blood Feud series. I've read the 3-issue Violator series. And I have read the 3-issue Angela series. And there's way more Alan Moore and Neil Gaiman in Spawn than I thought there would be. And I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. My next Spawn read will be featured in my final 9. Coming up at the end of the show. Some excellent serials, y'all. Yes, what have y'all been reading? Maybe you're shut down, maybe you're quarantined. What have you been reading? No new comics for the most part? What have you been reading? Brian's been reading Peter Cannon Thunderbolt, the oversized edition. Yes, that's such a great book and a very underrated book from 2019. It's one of the best. I should have probably put it on my top 10, but I put Canto there instead. Just Canto really hit me on an emotional chord that Peter Cannon did not. Peter Cannon technically is one of the best comic books of the year. Chris says, just read Camelot 3000 and the Jane Foster Thor stuff. That Jane Foster Thor stuff is amazing. That Mighty Thor run is one of my favorite Thor runs ever. It's right up there with Kirby and Simonson for me. Love it. And Camelot 3000, I recently picked up, probably like within the last year, I picked up all the issues of it. It was like 12, right? I picked up all the issues, but I still have yet to read it. Brian Boland, though. It's always one of those monumental things. It kind of came out right when Watchmen did, didn't it? So it's right there, you know. Zen Soundwave says, finished up Folklore. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like Folklore. I'm excited to see where it's going to go from this point forward. Michael, what's up? Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity. Really liking that one. Good to know that it's coming back in print in May, right? Yeah, May 5th. It's finally coming back. Just finished Immortal Hulk 750, says Fable at 1980. I'm loving Immortal Hulk. Loving it. Someone had mentioned what was Total Justice. Total Justice, by the way, was a DC line of action figures. I think it was Kenner. I think it's Kenner. I can't guarantee that. But a really cool line where you could, like, I mean, it was a Justice League line for the most part, but they called it Total Justice. But there's a Parallax and a Huntress. The only Total Justice figures I have on card, but I would like to have them all. I really love those figures for some reason. And I was going to open those, but now I just put the idea in my head of getting them all on card. Damn. What's going on? Green Man, Red Sweetheart, and Hobo Murder #1. So good. I need to check out Hobo Murder. I haven't heard that one. Sweetheart's been amazing. There's a new issue this week, though. Very excited. It's like one every week. It's like there's like, screw it, just put them all out. Nobody else is publishing books, so it's just Action Lab's taking advantage of it. They're just pumping out digital releases. They're like, let's do it. Let's get people to notice our books. It's working for me. I found some good stuff there. Lord Baltimore, hell yeah. Flame Sugar Coated. Is that your favorite cereal or the comic book you've been reading, Eric? Or both? Could be both, y'all. Could be both. Herminio just finished the Kirby Lee FF Omnibus and now the first book in the Infinity Gauntlet box set. Yeah, I saw your post in the PCP Army. Everybody's jealous of that box set. It's amazing. Just finished God Country yesterday. Absolutely loved it. One of Donny Cates' best works. Read Buzzkill if you haven't. If you like God Country, read Buzzkill. It's about a superhero who gets his powers when he's intoxicated and he's trying to go through sobriety. I never read Blood Feud. Does it tie into the main series, get referenced like Angela does? Yes, Mikey, because it's the series where Twitch gets completely effed up by this vampire dude. And they reference that in the Spawn series throughout the 30s. Hickman's Fantastic Four run and the last run of Criminal is what I read this week. That's right, Bob. That's some good stuff. I'm envious of you because you got to read the Hickman Fantastic Four for the first time, and I've only gotten to do that once in my life, and you got to do it again. Or not again. It's your first time, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Miller Daredevil, chugging through it slowly. Yeah, Miller's Daredevil's great, Tyler. Max says, Gotham Central, Criminal, Tomasi's Batman and Robin, all three are amazing, and you are right, my friend. Michael with Gotham Central, a fantastic book. I'm still mad at you for not putting Thunderbolt on your top 10. You should apologize. I think I did, in a way. David's been reading the nutrition label on the Big Round oatmeal box. It's a nice nutrition label. It's one of the best ones, to be honest with you. Brian's going to read Canto soon. Oh, yeah, that Denny O'Neil question run is amazing. They really need to put that in an omnibus and then an epic collection like nice collections. They need to get that back out. Hey, Mike with the Just a Pilgrim from Garth Ennis. Hell yeah, throwback. I love Just a Pilgrim. Carlos Esqueri, I met him while he was doing that series. He's passed away recently. He was a Judge Dredd artist too. Just a Pilgrim's a great book. Second one's not as good as the first one, but I would have liked to see more of that. It was an experiment Wizard did where they tried to do Black Bull Comics, something like that. It was their own comic book publisher, and it didn't really last very long. But they released some good books, including Just a Pilgrim and Beautiful Killer. Oh yeah, that question run's so good, y'all. Eric's catching up on Silver Age. Hell yeah. Jonathan has reread Flashpoint, forgot how dope it was. It actually is a pretty good story. I think some people have some ideas about the New 52 that sours their impression on Flashpoint. Flashpoint's pretty dope. We got 2 top 5 videos actually coming out this week, finally. As long as everything goes, God's willing. But we'll have a top 5 Jonathan Hickman comics video this week, and we'll have a top 5 DC New 52 video this week. So my personal top 5s. Start thinking about yours so you can share them in the comments below. No, David, we're not going to miss any print editions for any of the issues that went digital during the shutdown because the Vault stuff will still come out when Diamond's ready. And Action Lab will put out some, whatever they were planning on putting out in print. I know that sometimes they do digital first. So some of the ones I talked about may only be digital. But as far as DC, the only thing they put out is digital first stuff so far. And like the Batman Adventures Continue, that will be coming out in print eventually, but probably not till June or July. At this point. Oh, yeah, the Denny O'Neil question series is one of the best ones ever. It's one of the best comic books of the 80s. Well, thank you, Brian. Recently finished Punk Rock in Trailer Parks by Durf Back Durf, says Chris. Not familiar with that one. Hey, what's up, ALD Collects? Thank you. I'm glad you got to catch me live. We're doing it. Since you're here for the first time and you haven't seen it yet, guess what? The PCP Army all donated together, chipped in, and we got the Joker van. Y'all know I'm going to do that every time I can. Y'all know that, right? Anyway, what else have I been reading? I have been rereading Madman. Madman. I was talking on this live stream several weeks ago with Nelson, one of the fantastic members of the PCP Army, one of our fellow patrons right there, PCP patron. That's patreon.com/PCP if you want to help support us there. But just watching these things and interacting is help enough. Seriously, throw out some more questions. Let's keep the conversation going. This is what else I've been reading, though, is my Madman. So this right here is Madman, The Oddity Odyssey. This collects the first 3 issues of the Tundra series, Madman. This was an Oni Press reprint, trade paperback, celebrating 10 years. So I read that. Then I read Madman Adventures, which is the next 3-issue series from Tundra. Fantastic stuff. Then it switched over to Dark Horse, and I've got there the first print of the Dark Horse trade. This is the first 5 issues of the Dark Horse series. And by the way, this is all in order, by the way. So this is, they called it Yearbook 95, but it's Madman Volume 1 from Dark Horse. First 5 issues right there. I've had these trades for so long. And then I got Volume 2 right there. That's issues 6 through 10 of Madman. If you've never read Madman, I don't think I've really mentioned it enough because I was telling Mike this. Remember the Excitable PCP crew, Mike? He's here. He was here. I was telling him this. Madman's one of those books that, like, until you're in the middle of rereading it, you forget how freaking good it actually is. You know what I'm saying? But Madman's great. So I've been doing my re-journey through Madman, and that's what I've read so far. And I'll be reading more this week. I've also been reading some Marvel stuff from the 90s. And the PCP Army knows what I've been reading, but I have some plans. You'll find out about that next week on Rockin Robbie Live, because there's going to be a new segment added. Hey, Green Man with the super chat, helping us out. Thank you so much, my man. All super chats right now are going towards the new microphone. It's a top-notch microphone is what I hear. People keep asking me for specs, and I'm just like, it's a top-notch microphone. I don't know. People say to use it. But I'm very excited. It means I can touch my mic and move it, and you don't hear that annoying sound. So thank you so much, Green Man and Robert, for the super chats tonight. Your super chats have already led to the Joker van. Don't worry, John, I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to let it live for just a little bit longer. But you will see it one more time tonight. I promise you, just one more time. All right, so we got some questions here. Yeah, I've never read Red Rocket 7, Brian. I totally need to do it. Yeah, already did the Atomics and the Ecstatics. In fact, when I got 2 more trades for the Dark Horse Madman stuff, and I've actually gone ahead and decided, well, I'll get to this in a second, but I got 2 more trades of the Madman Dark Horse books to read, and then it goes into the Atomics, basically. Actually, the Atomics happens during Volume 4 in a way, so there's some weird reading order there, whatever. But the Atomics, I have every single issue of the Atomics. I adore that book so freaking much. So I'm very excited to get to that. And then after that, there's the Image Madman series, Madman Atomic Comics, 16, 17 issues maybe, something like that. I've been slowly getting those up because I've never actually read those. That was a brief moment when I was out of comics for like a year or two. Is one of the brief moments. One of the brief moments. And so I'm excited to read those. And I've been getting those, I've been buying them up, right? And I had to go online and get one that I couldn't find because it's like a David Bowie cover, and it was apparently worth some money. So I got that coming in this week, and I'll probably do an unboxing of that too. Probably save some of these. Do one of those surprise Rockin' Robbie Live unboxings or something. Because we got the Joker van coming. But I'm very excited because that, as the lot that I got to get some of the Madman Atomic comics came with the first few issues of the Dark Horse one, and then I made the decision to go ahead and just like, you know what, I love Madman so much, especially rereading it. Like, it's Madman and Hellboy, those were like, that was my indie jams back in the day, you know? When I was first discovering indie comics, it was Hellboy, it was Sin City, it was Madman, it was Next Men by John Byrne. All that Dark Horse Legend stuff really helped influence me and led me to discover things like Brian Michael Bendis' work on books like Jinx and Goldfish when he was at Caliber, and led me into other things like Mage. And I still got to do a nice read of Mage. I'm really excited to do that. Matt Wagner got me into him. So, yeah, I'm really excited about all this. Hey, Russell, with the super chats. Thank you so much, Russell. All super chats go towards the new microphone. really do appreciate that, Russell. Russell says, I need my Dynavex fix. Many of us are right there with you, homie. Including me, I am really, really fiending for more Dynavex. This means everything from now going on is going to be delayed. So, Ten of Swords ain't going to be coming out in June or July or whatever. Dark Knight's Death Metal, not going to be coming out in June or July anymore, probably. It sucks. Everything's going to be shifted down in schedule because they're going to get a slow start. Everybody's been talking about the slow start into getting everything back up and running. That's what's going to happen. Yes, that was awesome, Russell. Thank you so much. Oh, Bob's out. Bob, have a good one, homie. You keep throwing the Joker cards out, buddy. Keep throwing the... Hey, look at that. Mikey. With another super chat. All super chats go towards the new microphone. Thank you all for the super chats and the ability to play this one more time. And Mikey says, do the Joker van once again while I meditate. I said I would only do it one more time, but the Joker don't care. All that Joker van's coming in. I'm so damn excited. And I'm just going to say, if all of this has bothered you or annoyed you, I'm kind of sorry. But you better get used to it. This is who I am. Anyway. I appreciate everybody here tonight. So yeah, that's what I've been reading. If you've never read Madman, read Madman. And Mikey and Russell and Robert and Green Man, thank you so much. We are probably, let me see. We're near 30% funded now. So that's cool to go from 20 to 30 in a night. So I really do appreciate you guys out there in the PCP Army. And of course, that number will go up because of the Patreon support we have as well. And we do have channel memberships are now available here on the YouTube channel. So I'm about to be activating that soon, but I don't know what people would want for like perks and stuff. So if you have any ideas, just throw them at me, either here in the chat right now or later on or any of that kind of jazz. John, take it easy, buddy. I haven't heard too much from you tonight. Usually you spark a whole like revolution in conversation. Maybe next time, buddy. David says we need more thumbs ups. So smash the like button, everybody. Brian says it's his new favorite part of the show. The Joker van thing? Yeah. Yeah, I like the shirt too. Don't you miss sports? As much as I miss comic books, and you know I miss comic books, I miss sports so much. It should be baseball season right now, and the NBA playoffs should be starting this upcoming Saturday, y'all. And the Olympics should be gearing up soon. Come on, man. Ugh. It is what it is. All right, y'all, we're about to get into the conversation. Question of the week time. What is your favorite Atari game? In particular, I'm talking about the Atari 2600. This was my very first gaming system that I ever had in my house. I love that wood paneling right there. I've got the reproduction flashback of it with that panel. Oh, I love it so much. So what's your favorite Atari game, y'all? Let me know right now. John says, I just got engaged and I'm chilling while she tells her friends and family. John! I'm sorry, y'all. Congratulations, John. He just got engaged. Congratulations! Seriously, homie, that's awesome. That happened during the stream? Surely that happened earlier, right? You were just like watching me on YouTube being like, you know what? He's right. Don't be afraid of change. You want to marry me? Yes, you can borrow the van on the wedding day, John. We'll even put some like little tiny like cans trailing off of it. Just got to bring it back in one piece. So I may just let you have the outer exterior, not any of the little bits that are in it. So question of the week, what's your favorite Atari game, y'all? And like I said, I'm in particular talking about the Atari 2600. Some people may have never played with this. Strickland, I don't know if you ever played the Atari 2600, but Atari's amazing. And very quintessentially 80s. Yeah, any reason to push that button. Dodora, I'm not even going to lie to you. If you ever listen to my podcast that I used to do, Rockin' with Rockin' Robbie, some of the episodes, some of the early ones are here, and some of the later ones are here on YouTube. But I have a fascination with like morning radio jockey, the cheesiness like aspect of it. So to me, it's kind of like hitting the air horn button. Yeah. And I'm not afraid to do it. I did promise you guys I was only going to do it one more time, but I did it twice. But John announced his engagement, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, asked her this morning, woke her up with breakfast in bed, and she had been on the phone all day. Hell yeah, John. Congrats, buddy. Joker, congrats you as well. So we got some answers to the question, what's your favorite Atari game? Fable says pole position. Hell yeah. Phil says Pitfall. Barry says E.T. Yeah, Russell, missing the Olympics and baseball is so brutal. Yeah, it does suck. It'll be back, though. It'll be back. This was the first year of our new minor league team, the Trash Pandas. Opening day was supposed to be last Wednesday. Easy Reader says Berserk. Brian says same. Chewy Brain says Yar's Revenge. Barry says Ghostbuster. Dodora says Pac-Man. Michael says Centipede. Herminio says Asteroid. Barry says all movie licensed games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Holshoe says River Raid. Chris says Pitfall. Dodora says Pac-Man. Dig Dug says, oh, yeah, hell yeah, The Voice. Mikey says Defender. Well, worst game, Custer's Revenge. Okay. Yeah, I can dig that. That's a bit problematic, isn't it? I hate using that word, but isn't it? Miss Pac-Man is definitely one of my favorite arcade games. I never played it for the Atari, though. I don't like Atari I don't like Pac-Man on the Atari, I should say. So, anyway, I should have maybe done a top 5, but I did a top 3. So here are my top 3 Atari games. At number 3, Pong. Love me some Pong. And, I got that Atari flashback, and I was like, yeah, let's play some Pong. And I was just being silly with it, and I just kept losing and losing and losing. I played that motherfucker for like 2 weeks, and I started winning. And I love Pong. Pong is my number 3. My number 2, Pitfall. I mean, Pitfall is one of the best ones ever. We all know that, yo. Pitfall is a great game. It's infuriating. I have the pleasure of introducing this game to Brooks just last year. He played it for like 5 minutes and got so mad. But my favorite game for the Atari, Missile Command, y'all. I love this game so much. I'm addicted to it. I'll play this game for an hour. My peak, I'll play any video game that I like for an hour. But I'll play this game for an hour. And I don't play many Atari games for that extended amount of times. I love this game so damn much. So fantastic. And yes, that's the best gift I could find for it. Anyway, that's my top 3 Atari 2600 games. If you haven't shared yet, let us know right now what you think. Worst game, Sword Quest. Okay. All right, David. You were always talking smack about Sword Quest because there was that comic book that I really liked because I liked the idea that there was supposed to be a prize. It was supposed to be 4 games. And I don't have the Atari flashback with the Sword Quest games on there. And yeah, they didn't finish it. But our homie Craig did, and I tried playing it there. Yeah, I cannot get into that at all. If I had to round out the top 5, it'd probably be Caverns of Mars, which has actually become quite a favorite of mine now. It was very infuriating at first, but I actually really like it now. Frogger, yeah, like Chris said, Frogger's a good one. Centipede's good too, and Asteroids, Space Invaders, all that stuff. Yeah, man, it's not easy to play Pong on the 2600. I'm telling you, it's not easy. Everybody's talking about ET, and yeah, that's the one they found in the landfill. I have to find it. Hell yeah, though. But yeah, I Sword Quest was one I couldn't quite get into. I don't remember if Galaga was on it. I know Centipede was, and Space Invaders was. All right. Hey, guess what, y'all? I never played Popeye on that game, on the Atari. I know about it, though, but I've never played it. E.T. is fun if you have the time to play and know what to do. It's not a bad game at all. Mikey, I would say that about the Friday the 13th game for the NES. So maybe next week we'll do our favorite NES games. Unstoppable Cockblocker says, nobody can beat me in Pong. You sure about that? Air horn. Oh, Lordy. All right. If you have any questions, get them in right now. I really do appreciate the Super Chats tonight. Once again, thank you so much. All Super Chats right now are going towards our new microphone. Help me sound better. Be able to move the mic without having interference. Top notch. We're probably near 30% there, and I really do appreciate it. We got 10% tonight. So y'all are the best. Helping us get this new microphone. You helped us get the new camera. And you also helped us get something else that's coming in this week. The Joker van. I really appreciate y'all being here. We're about to hit the show and tell portion of the show, and I've got some excitement for show and tell. First of all, of course, we have the final 9 coming up. We had the first 6. Now it's time for the final 9. But before that, I got 2 figures that I'm opening up tonight. And they both kind of go along the lines of 80s cool pop culture properties. Yeah, Dodor, I saw the Dune pictures, and I thought they looked cool. Actually, I thought they looked really cool. And apparently a trailer dropped is what Mike was saying, so. What do you like better, Gotham High or New Warriors? New Warriors, because that will include Night Thrasher in some form or another. First thing we're going to be showing off and opening up here is this Evil N figure. So I've been getting this. Super 7 was doing these, right? Yeah, Super 7. So these are made to be like the original 80s figures, but to be painted like the animated series. They're all behind me. You can see some of them, but I've opened up here before. So we're going to open up the Evil N. You'll notice that she's not yellow. It's because in the animated series, she wasn't yellow. So we're going to open her up because I've got a Tila, I've got a He-Man, I've got a Man-at-Arms, I've got a She-Ra, and I got a Hordak, and I've got a Skeletor, and a Beastman. I need some more villains. So that's what she looked like on the show. So this right here will show you a nice comparison. That's the original toy right there. The animated look, and then the design for the figure. Cool thing, she's got a cape. I don't think the original one came with a cape. Nope. She come with a little staff thing, though. So we got the staff, we got a little crystal there. Surely that's a reference to something. But she's got a cape, so that's super cool. Nice figure. I personally like the yellow a lot better, but this isn't bad. Well, thank you, Logan. Appreciate that. But I don't really have much Masters of the Universe toys from when I was a kid. I have, in the recent years, gotten the majority of the Horde. Those were the characters that I was the most fascinated with. So I got a lot of those original ones because of my buddy Mike. There she is with her little weapon. Pretty dope. Actually, pretty dope. More posability. A better made figure than the one from the 80s. I like the yellow skin, but it's cool to have an Evil N for the collection. So I'm very excited. Not a bad figure at all. Fable, I read the first couple issues of Masters of the Multiverse and wasn't quite sold on it. But once it completes, I'll probably maybe one day do a revisit or something. Maybe. If it pops up on the DC Universe app or something. Mikey says, Evil N was my first awkward crush before I knew what it was. I blame He-Man for my taste in women. Much respect to her. Yeah, it's a pretty good figure. They lost the license back to Mattel or whatever, but so Super 7's not going to continue the line, but I still have more to get and open. The next one would be a Trap Jaw. I was going to do a Trap Jaw tonight. But then I bought something else instead of the Trap Jaw. Yep, probably shouldn't have done this. Jumping back into Transformers. Hasbro's been doing a great job with these Transformers lately. So they did the whole War of Cybertron Siege, right? And it was all their Cybertronian modes. And I was like, oh, yeah, those are cool figures. That's cool, right? But then they start releasing these things that actually have, like, they look like modern versions of the G1 stuff. If you look on the back, like, look at the alt mode right there. Like, oh, my goodness. So the major ones I got to get. And for me, the major ones are Megatron, Optimus. I missed the Optimus. I told everybody I wasn't going to get the Optimus. But I know that now that I got the Starscream and I'm going to get a Megatron. Yeah, right? They did it like a cliff jumper. They got a wheeljack. They all look so cool. So I'm going to open this up. I'm not promising I'm going to be able to transform it. Because I ain't got time, nor do we have the patience here for me to, like, look at all this stuff and make sure that I know how to do it right. Plus, yeah, like I was afraid of, a little bit of twisty tie action here. Oh, Lord. All right, it's only got one little tie on it, and you pull it out. And so, first of all, there you go. Look how cool that is. Brooks, Angelini, and myself, all three of us bought the same figure on the same day yesterday. So they're going to have it as well. And I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be trying to bring it to show and tell on Friday night after we do the movie review. It's got great articulation. It can really do a lot of more movement than the old school one could. And when you transform it, it's going to look like a jet. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to transform this right now. That would be too frustrating, take up too much time. I'll learn how to transform it, and we'll show it off Friday night. I bet you'll see 3 of these on the stream. That is so cool, though. Oh. It looks so good. See, I was going to open it up and learn how to transform it and then show it off. But I just wanted you guys to be here for the unboxing. That's an amazing figure. Look at that. Frickin' Starscream. Get me back into Transformers, damn it. I got too much on my plate already. Too much on my plate already. Herminio says, Starscream is my favorite Decepticon. Hell yeah. That's unfortunate, Billy. All right, everybody. It's time for the final 9. Yeah, Fable, I got to be very selective about Transformers. Very selective about Transformers. So real quick, before we get into the final 9, I do appreciate everybody for being here. On Rockin Robbie Live, I do want to point out that you can follow us at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. You can follow me personally on Twitter at @TheRockinRobbie. We, as Pop Culture Philosophers, are on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. Is the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can help support the channel on patreon.com/PCP, like these fine fellas right here. You can also help us out with a super chat, of which we had several tonight. So I want to thank you so much for helping us get to that new microphone. And we've got the Joker van coming. The Joker van. So thank you all so much for being here. We're about to do the final 9. My final 9 comic books that I want to show from my personal collection. Here real quick. But before we do that, remember, Tuesday night, I'm going to be on Bueller's channel, Comics with Bueller. So look out for me there. I think it's going to be 7:30 Central, I think, if I remember right. He's got an announcement video coming up, so it's probably live now or something like that, so be on the lookout for that. We really do appreciate everything. Now it's time for the final 9. Final 9 comic books from my personal collection. And we started off with the final 6 with some really strong, cool, early Fantastic Four issues. So what do you think's happening in the final 9? By the way, tomorrow, happy 420. Happy 420. All right, y'all. First up in my final 9, a book I guarantee most comic book YouTubers don't have. James Bond Jr. #1 from Marvel Comics. Anybody who doesn't remember, there was a short-lived James Bond Jr. animated series in the 90s and had a really badass action figure line. But it had a it had a series at Marvel. I think it was like 12, 13 issues, something like that. I have every single one. Major flex. So that's #1 on my final 9. Then here's my Little Bird #1. One of my absolute this was my favorite comic book of last year. Little Bird. I've got the hardcover, I've got the single issues, I got them digitally because Darcy hooked me up. I got advanced looks at every single issue except for the final one. Little Bird's one of the best comic books of all time. And if you're stuck at home and you need some reading material and you haven't read Little Bird, read it. Next up, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight #50. Really badass Brian Boland cover and a Denny O'Neil story. Legends of the Dark Knight was a cool run because different creators got to come on and do their thing. But this is a really cool, fun cover. Brian Boland has done very iconic Joker covers before. But this is one that I think is kind of overlooked a little bit. It's made a little bit of movements here and there, but it's still relatively easy and affordable to get. But that was in issue 50, so I wanted to bring this one out again. Wolverine #50, one of my favorite Wolverine comic books of all time. Love the die-cut cover. Loved this book when I was a kid. First Wolverine book I ever picked up off the shelf. Actually, that's false. Well, first Wolverine book I picked up off the shelf. My stepdad used to read it in the early days with John Buscema, so I have some of those. But Wolverine #50, great issue. Said it was going to reveal everything, like Weapon X, Secret Files, right? You don't learn shit. Here's something I didn't cover yet in my recent reads because I wanted to put in my final 9. This is a Strange Tales one-shot from Marvel Select. featuring The Thing, Doctor Strange, and Human Torch. It also has Nick Fury in it. This was a series of one-shots they did around the era of Marvels. This was written by Kurt Busiek. It's got beautiful, amazing artwork in it. We'll be talking about this a little bit more in the future because there was a Tales to Astonish one and a Tales of Suspense one. And they're really a great joy to read. You can find these very cheaply out there. Really good stuff. Next, Batman Ego. This was a one-shot prestige format comic book by Darwin Cook. This was the very first Darwin Cook book I ever read. All I saw was that it was a one-shot Elseworlds type thing by one of the main animators and storyboard artists of Batman the Animated Series. This started my love affair with Darwin Cook. Rest his soul. We miss him because he is a phenomenal artist and an amazing creator. Next up, Adventures of Superman 505. When Superman died, there was the reign, then there was the return, and after the return, Mullet Superman, and a cool firework foil cover. That's one of my favorites, and they use this foil on the last volume of Quantum and Woody. Love that. Tom Grummett artwork, by the way. I showed off my Tom Grummett signature last week on my Superboy #1. Here's my Spawn Batman #1. Haven't read this yet, but I'm about to read it. I know this is where the shoelace look comes from because Batman hits him in the face with a batarang. But I'll be reading this for the first time this week, so expect to hear my thoughts on that next week. And the final one, in my final 9. Y'all remember Amalgam? Do you remember Dark Claw? Yeah, but do you remember Dark Claw Adventures? Dark Claw was an amalgam of Wolverine and Batman. The Dark Claw book was really cool, but then in the second wave, they did Dark Claw Adventures, where it's done like the animated series. Really cool. I still love that costume design, and I want an action figure. So bad. So bad. DC Marvel, if you want to save the industry, do another amalgam, and give me an action figure of Dark Claw. Anyway, that's the final 9. Thank you guys so much for being here on the show tonight. I really do appreciate everything. Like I said, all the fun stuff in the descriptions down below where you can follow us on social media, where you can help support the channel. Always appreciate all bits of support, including liking, sharing, subscribing, and the Super Chats. Thank you again for all the Super Chats tonight. Because of you, we are like 30% towards the new microphone. And we got the Joker van. So the Joker van's coming. We're going to be doing a special live stream for that. I'm going to be on Bueller's channel Tuesday night. We've got a live review of Pitch Black coming up Friday night. We got a weekly comic book review coming up for the digital releases on Wednesday night. Lots of fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And don't think at all that I have forgotten to do it one more time. Anyway, I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for rocking with us. Y'all have a good one. Keep on reading.